And I'm David. We're talking about Big Brother over the top.
Over the top. This week is, I say it every week, but it's over the top.
It really is, and America just gets more and more power every week.
Oh, I love it. I was concerned at first, but I'm okay with it now.
It's turned out to be really fun.
I don't really
care. It's
care.
added a wrinkle to the game that's very interesting.
I love it.
So Danielle's HOH was kind of a mess last week.
Yeah, I think she's like so scared of America now that she was like, I don't know what to do. I want to play it safe. We just need to get someone out on that side, but like whoever, I don't care.
It was like 3 different people in this course of like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. So originally she puts up Whitney and Shelby, even though Shelby had the care package to eliminate votes, which was very interesting and fun to watch. And she kind of was just like, I don't care about Scott and Alex anymore. They've been our target, but we haven't been able to get them out. So let's just try to get one of the weaker fish out, whatever.
Yeah.
Alex and Scott make deals with Danielle, have conversations. Danielle even said, Scott, I'll take you off the block if I win veto.
Oh, yeah.
Which, why would you ever say that?
It was like 5 minutes after Scott was like, I'm bullying you all week and I'm going to make your life a living hell. And all of a sudden she was like, you're not a threat to me. Like, I'm going to take you off the block if I win the veto. And he was like, oh, cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, cool.
I mean, the fact that he believed her, I don't get. Yeah. But she believed it for a minute there. It was just so confusing.
But then all of a sudden Scott becomes her main target. The other side, her side of the house sort of convinces her like...
Well, because America nominates him.
Right.
He's
and they were
America's
like,
nominee.
Scott has been served to us on a platter by America. It's a chance for us to set this right. He's the one who should have gone last week.
Yes. That is 100% the case. Like, we all agree. Scott needs to go home, so let's go with it. Right. Luckily, that side of the house figures it out, and Danielle won the veto, so she's now in charge of keeping these noms the same or doing whatever. But because Alex and Scott had made it clear that Whitney was low man on that totem pole, that they were fine voting her out, leaving her on the block does not ensure Scott going home.
Nope.
So Danielle says, all right, well then I'm going to pull off Whitney and put Morgan up because they're definitely not going to vote out Morgan.
No.
Which we know is super true because we know they're sisters, Alex and Morgan.
Yeah. And Whitney agrees that if she's taken off the block, she'll vote whichever way Danielle wants her to.
Yes.
So if Danielle tells her to vote for Scott, Whitney's going to vote for Scott.
Easily.
At this point, Shelby chooses to eliminate the votes of Chrissy, Jason, and Justin. So then Alex and Whitney, of course, go with America and vote for Scott.
But this concerns Alex and Shelby and Morgan. They're totally caught off guard.
Sure.
They thought Scott was coming down off the block. Again, why they believed that was actually going to happen, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But they were totally caught off guard, and then there's all this talk about, oh my God, Whitney's flipped. What kind of deal did she make? I get that paranoia, but I find it fascinating that Alex has temporary amnesia to the fact that she started all of this. And said, we'll get rid of Whitney.
Yeah, she threw Whitney under the bus. Like, we'll send her home.
And now all of a sudden, oh, Whitney flipped.
Yeah, Whitney's the dangerous one.
Oh, gee. Yeah.
And she didn't, I mean, she did a little bit. She just agreed, to vote whichever way Danielle wanted if she was taken off the block, which I would do the same. But she didn't fully flip to that side of the house. She's just kind of close with Justin, and she was doing Danielle a favor because Danielle was doing her a favor.
She's always been kind of in the middle because she's so close to Justin. But she did get information that Alex was saying stuff about her. So even though she didn't officially flip, she's definitely not in the Ball Smashers as much as she was.
Right. She's very much like, Ball Smashers is my alliance, but I'm playing my own game. And sort of which is smart. That's what you have to do in Big Brother. Look out for yourself.
Yes. And Whitney has been my favorite from the get-go. So I super got protective this week, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? Who's getting rid of my girl? But I think she's going to be okay for a little bit. We'll see.
So Scott goes home, and then they have the new HOH competition. And Shelby just smokes everybody.
Super hilarious.
Oh my God. Like everyone else has taken 30 minutes. Like Alex, who's super smart gamer, gets it figured out in 27 minutes. And then Shelby goes in and is like, 3:45. Done.
Right. She's like, okay, here we go. Bring the, what?
And literally she was just like, wait, what does that mean? Am I done? And like she just couldn't believe that she had gotten it right and it was over. Which
was actually nice for watching because it was taking so long. And then now everyone's timed out at 3 minutes, so I was like, oh, okay, good. breeze through all of this. I mean, I think it's awesome and fascinating that we have not had any repeating HOHs. Like, they're literally just taking their
there's not
turn.
someone who's beasting every competition, which is great.
So it's fun to all of a sudden have Shelby now as the HOH.
Yeah.
And then that's fun for us. Who do we want the care package to go to? We obviously know that her and Jason don't work well together. Whether she was going to actually target him this week or not, it's hilarious to give him the co-HOH
and force them to work
care
together.
package. Yes. Obviously, we're going to want to like balance that scale anyway. No matter who won, we were probably going to give that co-HOH to the other side.
Yeah, right.
This week's strategy has to be totally different.
It's totally different. But I have a question before we move on to this week's strategy. Here's what I didn't get. Shelby was talking to Alex and Morgan, and she's saying, you know, my targets are Jason and Justin, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want it to get out in the house because, like, I don't want it to influence the America's Care Package situation. But America's watching you, saying that your targets are Jason and Justin, and they're voting on the care package at the same time that you're talking about this. So that didn't really seem to make a lot of sense to me. What was her logic there?
Right. Well, I know she said that, but like for the most part, she didn't talk a lot about it. So I think that's what she meant, which I actually thought was smart, because they'll go on for hours and hours about their targets, giving us that information.
And talking about their strategy and why they want these people on and all that stuff.
And then we're able to work against that. So the fact that she was like, I don't really want to talk about it until the care package, I thought made sense. Yeah. Yes, we already know she's against Jason and Justin. Yeah. So I thought that was just like basic information. Okay. But I might have missed like more talk.
I just was like, I was like, it doesn't matter if it gets out in the house. You're saying on camera your targets are, and America's watching. So we're all voting on the care package. They do talk
a lot about edits and cuts and who's getting camera time.
But
and
it's all, this is Big Brother over the top.
We're watching everything.
Yeah.
Like, your edits are like barely, like if we get a 15-minute recap with edits, the rest of it we're watching.
Yeah, they really may not realize like how
they must
much
not
we watch.
Because they keep talking about who's getting more camera time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's all fair,
equal.
guys.
Yeah.
It's all fair.
Strategy this week is totally different, and here's why.
With this co-HOH and with it like the dwindling numbers, this is how production explained it to Shelby and Jason. The first night of a safety ceremony, Shelby's gonna make someone safe, and then Justin gets to make someone safe.
Jason.
Who'd I say?
Justin.
Oh my gosh, Jason. Jason gets to make the second choice of who's safe.
Yes.
The second night, same thing. Shelby goes first, makes someone safe. Jason makes the next person safe, leaving the last two as nominees on the block.
So it's not even that they're nominating people per se, it's really more that they're saving people this week, and whoever's left over is the nominee.
Yeah, especially since these two people are not really working together. I have been impressed with how much they've talked, but they're not saying, okay, who do we ultimately want to be our nominees? They're saying, okay, I'm willing to have this person.
Yeah.
What's my strategy? And Jason quickly realized the power really lies in the veto this week. Like, veto really, really means a lot, because Jason's nominee, if that person wins veto, Jason then gets to actually put up a real target. Yeah,
oh, sure.
The replacement, which would be his real target.
Right.
So instead of like right now, because he knows that Justin is a target of Shelby's, so he's gonna make Justin safe.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, no deal on that for Shelby.
Yeah.
So if Shelby nominates someone who's able to pull themselves off of the block with the veto, then Shelby could put up Justin as a real target.
Yep.
So that has now become the strategy and the discussion and figuring out who actually would be the nominee. I don't know, it kind of made my head hurt.
I know, like my head is spinning a little bit. It's like very complicated. And it's just so interesting to me. They like talk very confidently about like Danielle has the best chance to win the veto and Alex has the best chance to win the veto, right? From either side of the house. But like, we don't know what the veto competition is going to be. You don't know who else is going to be playing the competition. Like,
right. And
Justin is a good competitor.
The risk to like put up a good friend of yours, like for Shelby to put up Alex? I'm not sure that that's worth the risk.
Right.
Do you just want to make her safe from the get-go? Also, obviously, America's going to put up a third nominee.
Yeah.
And again, they're dwindling. The numbers are so small that that then affects. So like, whoever this third nominee is, if it happens to be a ball smasher, they don't have the votes to keep.
No, there's 3 votes this week and then America, so 4 votes total. Because there's 2 HOHs
yeah.
and 3 people on the block. So
it's really getting complicated.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Of course we do.
The top. It's amazing.
And I was, at first, I have to say, like, I was sort of not sure about giving America all this power, and just, it seemed like whatever America wanted was the way things were going every single week. But I think it's added an interesting wrinkle to the game. And, you know, the people who are in the House are finally starting to take that into consideration with their strategies and whatnot.
They've had to, they had no choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's really America's game. We're going to put up a third nom, and they know that we're probably going to vote for that person. And they can either work with us. If they have the numbers, they can try to fight against it, but it's really hard to have the numbers at this point. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with America being in complete control and them just thinking that they're playing the game.
Yeah, right.
I'm okay with that. And we didn't even get to vote for have-nots this week because the way it laid out, there were only 3 people eligible.
Yeah, so Alex, Morgan, and Danielle are the last have-nots of the season. There's not going to be any more after this week. Which
is fine. I don't care about have-nots.
I don't care either.
But it was interesting to see them every week be like, well, I want to wait and see who's chosen as have-nots, because they felt like that was telling of who America's not liking. And it kind of is, but it also, like, we were limited each week with our choices. So it wasn't, like, super telling.
Right. I also liked a little bit more the have-nots this season than seasons past, just because they're not allowed to nap now. Because some of the have-nots are really struggling, which is interesting.
They really are. Oh my God, I can't imagine. All right, you guys, what do you think about all this crazy new strategy? What's gonna happen? Who's gonna end up on the block?
Oh my God. Please tell us what you think, because we really have no idea.
It's gonna be fun.
Click subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.